Okay, hello and welcome to Metal Math. Be right back. Okay, today we're going to continue on with chapter 12. Today is section 10. We're going to be doing mixed measures. Okay, and mixed measures are like mixed numbers, okay, except we're using measurement. For instance, if you had 1 foot and 6 inches, we have feet and inches. 2 gallons, 2 quarts. Okay, so there's a variety of measurements involved with mixed measures. All the units we've used so far can occur in mixed measures. Okay, so let's look at page, I believe it is 697 in our math books. And the essential question is, how can you solve problems including mixed measures? And the first problem says, Herman is building a picnic table for a new campground. The picnic table is 5 feet 10 inches long. How long is the picnic table in inches? Okay, so we have a mixed measure. We have 5 feet and 10 inches. We want to turn that or convert it into only inches. So we could do 5 feet plus 10 inches. First thing we need to do, we need to convert our feet into inches. And we know that there's 12 inches in every foot. So if we do 5 feet times 12 inches, that would give us 60 inches. Okay? We're going to add that 60 inches to the other 10 inches. 60 plus 10 is 70, and therefore the answer would be the picnic table has to be 70 inches long. Okay? Mixed measures, you're going to have to convert to the same number. Sometimes, not always, but it makes it easier. If we're doing inches and feet, convert everything to inches. Okay? That was the unlock the problem. Now, example 1, and I have it all behind me on the board. I'm going to show you that as soon as I'm finished. Example 1 says, Herman built the picnic table in 2 days. The first day he worked for 3 hours, 45 minutes. The second day he worked for 2 hours, 10 minutes. How long did it take him to build the table? Okay, so in step 1, first we're going to add the minutes. And we have 45 minutes plus 10 minutes, which would give us 55 minutes. Step 2, now we want to add the hours. We had 3 hours plus 2 hours. That would give us 5 hours. So the total answer would be 5 hours, 55 minutes. Mixed measure, hours and minutes. Okay, now we're going to go on to page 698 next for example 2. This one gets a little trickier, so pay attention. All right, Alicia is building a fence around the picnic area. She has a pole that is 6 feet, 6 inches long. She cuts off 1 foot 7 inches from one end. How long is the pole? Okay, so she has this pole. She's going to cut part of it off. She's subtracting. Okay, so it's going to be a subtraction problem. And it's going to be 6 feet 6 inches minus 1 foot 7 inches. This is where it gets a little tricky. First, we want to subtract our inches. We have 6 inches minus 7 inches. We know we can't do that. So like when we're borrowing in a regular subtraction problem, we have to borrow here. And I'm going to show you on the board. We have 6 feet and 6 inches. We need to borrow from the feet to make more inches so we can subtract. So if we have the 6 feet and we borrow 1 foot, here's the key. We're converting that into inches. 1 foot is 12 inches. She already had 6 inches because it was 6 feet 6 inches. We add the 12 inches that she borrowed to the 6 inches that she already had, which would give us 18 inches. And remember, we borrowed 1 foot, so 6 foot becomes 5. Okay? Now we can subtract. you would have 18 inches minus 7 inches, which would be 11 inches. Then we go to our feet. We have 4 feet. We have 5 feet minus 1 foot, which would give us 4 feet. And therefore, our total answer would be 4 feet, 11 inches. Okay, I'm going to show you that on the board behind me, the 3 examples that we just did, so you can see it, how it would appear in the book. Okay, right here, the first one we did was the unlock the problem. And if you notice, we had 5 feet plus 10 inches. So what we wanted to do first was, we wanted to turn our feet into inches. So we do 5 times 12, because 12 inches in every foot. And we would get 60 inches. Now we already had the 10 inches, so we're going to add 60 plus 10, which gives us 70 inches. Okay? Now example 1, this was with the time. We had 3 hours and 45 minutes plus 2 hours and 10 minutes. Add the minutes first. We get 55 minutes, because 45 plus 10 is 55. Then add your hours. 3 plus 2 is 5. Our final answer would be 5 hours, 55 minutes. Now, here was that example 2 that I told you, the trickier one. Okay, here it is written out for you. Originally, all in blue, we had 6 feet, 6 inches, minus 1 foot, 7 inches. We know we can't do 6 minus 7, so we needed to borrow from our 6 feet. So we're going to borrow 1 foot, take away 1, which leaves us with 5 feet. And remember, 1 foot is 12 inches. So we originally had 6 inches. Add the 12 inches to the 6, which would give us 18 inches. Now we can subtract. 18 minus 7 equals 11. 5 minus 1 equals 4. Answer, 4 feet, 11 inches. Okay. Now, the next problem that I put on here, I put one on by myself to help you, because this is where it can get tricky again. Look at this problem. We have 3 gallons, 3 quarts, plus 2 gallons, 2 quarts. Okay, so we're going to add our quarts first. We're going to get 5 quarts. And if you notice that I circled it, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. Then let's go to our gallons, and we're going to add 3 plus 2, and we're going to get 5. So our answer says 5 gallons, 5 quarts. But if you remember back to our lesson that we did with gallons and quarts, 4 quarts equal a gallon. We have 5 quarts that I circled here. So realistically, that 5 quarts is equal to 1 gallon and 1 quart. Because remember, 4 quarts is a gallon. We have 5. So 5 quarts equals 1 gallon and 1 quart. So now, if you go back to the problem, when we added our gallons, we had 5 gallons. Okay, but we have to add that 1 gallon and 1 quart to get our final answer. So 5 gallons plus 1 gallon equals 6 gallons. And then we also have the 1 quart that was left over that we have to bring over. And our answer would be 6 gallons and 1 quart. That's where it can get a little tricky. Okay, so if you just remember the big G that we drew together, that will help you remember your measurements. And if you have to convert gallons to quarts, miles to feet, inches to feet, hours to minutes, it'll all work. Okay, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.